made $900,000 in one day trading stock options on the floor of the CBOE, and you can do it too. When I first started trading options, I was completely lost. Premiums, calls, puts, butterflies, calendar spreads. I had no idea what was going on, but over the years, I put in the work, developed great strategies, learned how to do risk management, and slowly built up my skills. This is the story of how I made $900,000 in a day trading options. It didn't happen right off the bat, and that is just obviously not something that anybody could think is going to happen. It's not just a matter of a stroke of luck. It took a long time. It took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of trading, and what you have to remember is that was back when there was a trading floor with active trading, different pits, and all of the order flow was coming to the floor rather than trading on the screens like we're doing now. However, the big thing is the exact same strategies that I used to make $900,000 in one day trading on the floor are the same exact strategies that we're using trading on the screens right now. What happened in that one day? Well, I was trading a stock actually called Amazon. You might know that stock. You probably heard about it once or twice here. I was literally the only market maker in the world trading Amazon options. It was a brand new stock. It had just been listed. Fortunately, it was listed at the CBOE, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, where I was trading. So was I taking some excess risk, maybe more so than I normally would? Probably, but all of my risk was 100% completely defined. It was one of those days that Amazon was going absolutely nuts. And at the time, we're talking about the late 90s when Amazon was trading in the $60, $70, $80 range, not where it's trading now after multiple splits. I literally traded over 100,000 contracts that day. All the same kind of strategies that we trade now, straddles and strangles and butterflies and calendar spreads. And being a market maker on the floor, I was basically taking all the order flow. So I would trade something and I would hedge it right away. But it was just a matter that things were so busy and that the strategies I was using, they work. However, the biggest one that I can remember on that particular day were calendar spreads. What's a calendar spread? It's selling something really expensive that has an expiration of maybe a day, a week, a couple weeks out, and buying something much cheaper out in the distance, out in the future. So maybe 4 weeks, 6 weeks. So I was able to do these trades all day long, selling that option that someone wanted to have right now. I would be selling that option that was in really high demand, so that price was elevated, and buying something that wasn't in such high demand and the prices were much cheaper. All I can remember, a couple things from that day was always making sure that I was hedged off. So in case the stock moved another $1, $2, $3 one way or the other, it didn't really hurt my position. You can't make a trade thinking, you know what, I'm gonna hit a home run, I'm gonna hit a grand slam, I'm gonna hit it out of the park. No, if you set out to make a trade where you're looking for 1,000% or hitting the ball out of the park, I'm telling you, that is where you get into trouble. You wanna maintain consistency. You want to just crank it out little by little. That is how I made $900,000 in one day. It happened by putting in the work. It happened by having a mentor that trained me over years and years on how to trade the right strategies, how to hedge myself, how to trade spreads, how to make sure that every trade I made had risk-defined parameters. Because you know what? Not every trade you make is going to win. But if you go into every trade that you make knowing what the worst case scenario is, knowing what your risk parameters are, that is how you come out ahead. You know, what did it feel like? It was this adrenaline flowing from 8:30 in the morning at the opening bell until 3 o'clock at the end of the day at the closing bell. It seemed like it could have been 2 minutes. That's what the day was like. I absolutely did not leave the trading floor to go to the bathroom. I did not leave the trading floor to go to lunch, because you know what? You gotta take care of things. You gotta take advantage of opportunity when it's there. So a lot of people will ask me, did I know I made that much money? When you're trading that that many contracts, you don't really know what your P&L is at that time. You know that you're doing well because you're trading, you're buying on your bid, you're selling on your offer, and you're arbitraging. So I really didn't know what that P&L was until later that night when things calmed down and I looked at all my trades, and it took a long time to decipher all my trades. Did my life change after that? No, it really didn't. I certainly felt fortunate that I was in that position to be able to trade all of this activity, all of this paper. And what I really learned from this, honestly, from the trading side of things, the most important thing, risk management. Make sure that what I was trading was always hedged off so that if there was a big move in the stock, it didn't really matter. It didn't really affect my position. In terms of my life, my family, if you make $900,000 in a day, yes, that's obviously a great thing. But I got back there the next day and approached things the same way. So that's the story of how I made $900,000 in one day trading on the trading floor. One of the things that allowed me to pull off this day was a deep understanding of the different option trading strategies. When do you trade something? When do you not trade something? What is the most effective trade to make? But most traders don't even use half of these. So click on this video over here to learn some of my favorite option trading strategies, and I'll see you in the next one.